you guys ready? Awesome, let's begin. Time. Welcome, judges. My name is Abdullah. I am really excited to be here today to be your barista. I tried my first coffee when I was 13 years old. We were in a family gathering. I have never drank or know anything about coffee. And one of my cousins brought with him his coffee tools. When I first tasted it, I was like, wow, there's so much flavor in that cup. It was so complex. But at the same time, he started telling me information like farm, process, recipe, and all this information got me confused. Then, 2 years later, I was finally old enough to get my first job as a barista. I was so excited, but then I noticed that customer had the same problem as me. Coffee information left them confused. I have noticed that information like processing, roasting, extraction is often said first. Then tasting notes are told afterward, making it hard for the customer to see the connection. So, I have come up with a new approach to coffee service. It's all about customer interaction. First, combining customer interaction with what's in the cup allows the customer to get more familiar with the coffee. Then, the information will become easy to digest and more memorable. So, today I will use customer interaction technique with each course to make a complex coffee really easy to connect with. So we will start with milk beverage. And before I share any coffee information, our first interaction will be smell. So I have in front each of you three doors. I invite you to open the door number one, pick up the jar and have a smell. Here we have Turkish Delight, and this is the first flavor note of my milk course. So judges, if you could please put the jar back in the box and keep the door open. This represents the terroir and varietal of my coffee. Welcome to Irish State. This farm is like a jungle, and it's the highest farm in Panama, reaching up to 2,300 meters above sea level. Our green tip geisha is planted underneath a beneficial shade tree called Inga that also provide nitrogen to our coffee trees. So, extreme elevation and nitrogen-rich soil develops this beautiful flavor of Turkish delight. And now, please open the door number two. Pick up the jar and have a smell. Here we have white chocolate, and this is the second flavor note of my milk course. So judges, if you could please put the jar back in the box. This is coming from cool temperature fermentation. Producers Jameson and Sasha moved fermentation tank to low temperature to encourage lactic acid bacteria, giving us a very creamy mouthfeel. And when I combined 80 grams of Australian milk from Riverina with Irish State, you will enjoy white chocolate. And now, please open the door number three. Pick up the jar and have a smell. Here we have raspberry lollies, and this is my favorite flavor note of my milk course. This is coming from whole cherry carbonic maceration natural process. Cherries were sealed in container and immediately flushed with CO2. Exactly at 90 hours is when fermentation was finished, because this is when raspberry flavor was most distinct. And together with this high protein Riverina milk, you will enjoy raspberry lollies. Judges, as you can see, I'm using extract chilling technique. So I extracted the first 12 gram over these ice rock to highlight all of these flavor, which are, if you could please write them down, Turkish delight, white chocolate, creamy mouthfeel, and my favorite, raspberry lollies. Hi. First one is for you. There you go. Please enjoy. Second one is for you. There you go. Please enjoy. The third one is for you. So judges, for your milk course, I have roasted my coffee in Nucleus Link roaster, allowing us to develop roast with only 6 minutes and 50 seconds, resulting in very clean flavor profile. There you go. Please enjoy. And the last one is for you. There you go. Please enjoy. And enjoy your milk course. All right, judges, I'll give you a few moments to finish up, then let's move on. Next, we are moving into espresso. And once I serve you the espresso, please judge the crema, but hold off from tasting, as I found the floral improve as it cooled down. And I will let you know when you're ready to taste it. The first time I tasted this coffee as an espresso, I experienced a lot of complexity. Its mouthfeel transition, its flavors went through a transformation from one sip to the next. The texture is so velvety. I have never tasted a geisha espresso like this before. Hi again. So, in order to best communicate this experience, I have developed interaction technique, and I found that touch helps customer to understand the texture of the espresso. Judges, I have designed these tactile parts for each of you. Let's begin. Our focus on this top panel. This represents the texture of the espresso. I invite you to feel your own board. Slide your finger from left to right. As you can feel, the texture is velvety. So to highlight the velvety texture, I have roasted my coffee with 10-minute long profile and 18% development. The weight of this espresso is medium. This is thanks to my recipe. I have found that 20.3 grams in, 40 grams out gave me a medium weight. And last of all, we have aftertaste. This espresso has a medium to long burgundy-like aftertaste. The flavors in this espresso are red currant, boysenberry, and milk chocolate. And what's amazing is these flavors change in intensity. And I have found that visual interaction helps to demonstrate. As you can see, from the first sip to the second sip, each of these flavors change in intensity. In the first sip, the red currant will start high in intensity, then drop down the second sip. The boysenberry is persistent all the way through, and the milk chocolate start low in intensity, then increase in the second sip. And now, to best enjoy this espresso, please stir it 5 times with the spoon in the empty hole in front of you, and kindly place it back when you finish, and have a 10-second pause between each sip. But most of all, please enjoy. All right, let's continue. I love how this geisha from Irish State has not only intensity flavor in milk, but also how these flavor transition in espresso. But not only this. What I found so special about this coffee is texture. For my signature, I wanted to highlight the texture, but couldn't decide what I love more, the creamy texture in the milk course or the velvety texture in the espresso. So I have designed 2 different options. One drink that enhances more creamy texture, and one drink that enhances more velvety texture. And as you are my customer, I would love you to decide. So, judge. You were always last to get served coffee, and you have been waiting so patiently. So today, you get to decide for all of us. For our signature drink, what would you like? Okay, beautiful, creamy texture. Let's bring these ones over. All right. We will start with 4 shots of the espresso roast. Then, our first ingredient will be sparkling passion fruit juice. I made this by juicing fresh passion fruit and carbonating it with CO2. I chose passion fruit to enhance the fresh fruit character. And adding 30 grams of this will lift up the red currant from the espresso and create a new flavor of pineapple. Next, I have blackberry juice, which I have made by reducing fresh blackberry and then added 30% of dextrose sugar. I chose blackberry to lift up raspberries, and dextrose sugar as it's commonly used for making lollies. And then added 20 grams of this will lift up raspberry lollies in the signature. And last of all, to enhance that creamy texture. And to do that, I'll be doing 2 things. First of all, I'll be blending. Then, serving it in these narrow glasses, allowing us to get more foam and giving us a texture of melted ice cream. I have chilled these glasses to create a serving temperature of 20 degrees, as this cooler temperature will enhance the boysenberry from the espresso. So judges, for your signature drink, you will taste, if you could please write it down, pineapple, raspberry lollies, boysenberry, vibrant tartaric red grape acid, and lastly, creamy texture. I have thought a lot about what is the most important interaction is with customer. Spending time in cafe, I have realized the most important interaction is to ask my customer question. Understanding what the customer like allows them to better connect with the coffee. So please, enjoy this beautiful Irish state with that delicious creamy texture. Thank you, judges. That's my time.